Your Humanities Half Hour is brought to you by the Northern Marianas Humanities Council.
Hapadays and Tiro, welcome to Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry, and it is New Year's Eve 2017 here in the Marianas. New Year's Day is tomorrow. It's a new year, and what better time to talk about physical fitness and as it is related to mental and emotional health than today. We know a lot of you are making New Year's resolutions, whether it's New Year's or whenever we think it's a great idea, and we want to support you. And also here to share with us their insight, it's my pleasure to welcome to studio the General Manager of Gold's Gym Saipan, Tyce Mister, and also a couple of their personal trainers. Joining us here in the first half is Aaron Tomokane. Gentlemen, welcome to Your Humanities Half Hour.
Thank you very much.
So, Tyce, congratulations. You've been with Gold's Gym for a couple of years now. But you've always been a pretty fit person. That's what a lot of people know you as, very athletic here. How important is physical fitness, you feel, to living a healthy life in general?
I think it's extremely important. I think I've been very fortunate in my life to have, I think early on, my parents kind of encouraged me into fitness. Cross country, we had a cross country team in junior high and high school. I swam, played water polo, and so I was always kind of around being physically fit.
That explains why we still see you in triathlons. You got a well-rounded experience there.
Yep, still enjoying those today. So as long as my knees and everything holds out, I'm okay. But I think the more I do it, it just stays strong, and it's great.
You see, obviously, a lot of people at a lot of different fitness levels coming into Gold's Gym, and you've been there long enough to probably see some success stories. What is it you're seeing for people who make a commitment to improve their life in this way?
I think, some people come in because they realize they needed to lose some weight and whatnot, and they see that. But I think the biggest thing they come away with is just more confidence in themselves and being able to tackle other things in their life.
Yeah, I saw a recent story in Beach Road magazine about one of the female bodybuilders. She kind of shared about that. She, just started. I don't even know why she started, but she was sharing about how it kind of spilled over into her personal life in a positive way, that she, had that gumption and stuck with it, and it really helped her life overall.
Exactly. I think just developing that discipline just goes to all other aspects in your life.
Now, Aaron, I have to admit, I know you only exclusively through newspaper articles, which is all the bodybuilding competitions you've been in. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, so with bodybuilding, that actually started about 5 years ago, and actually my fitness journey started from high school. So in high school, from as a kid up to about my second year in high school, I was an overweight person. I was walking around 250 pounds. And just one day I woke up and I just decided, I want to lose this weight. So
250 pounds, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah, I was a heavy guy. So, it was a lot of thanks to my mom, especially. She encouraged me to start exercising more and change the whole diet at the house. Wow. So that was a big reason why I was able to lose my weight. And from there, after losing a couple, 20, 30 pounds, I got into sports. Played rugby, I paddled, I even tried some MMA fighting too. Wasn't fun. And then from there, it became a mission, and then from there it just became a lifestyle. Well, so after a whole year, I lost about 100 pounds. And then from there, I decided I want to gain the weight. So, but healthy. So I I was told to try out bodybuilding. So I started bodybuilding, and from there, I got a membership at Goat's Gym and got hired to work there, and that's where I'm at right now.
Wow, what a great way to put your new passion to work, making money for you.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be a personal trainer. I thought I was going to be an astronaut, but no.
So take us back to those days when you were in high school. What was it you feel that got you up to 250 pounds, and what motivated you to make that change?
I just love to eat. Until this day, I still love to eat. But, you know, I would always choose to eat more than I normally should. And I didn't exercise much. I would, you know, do yard work and do my chores, but that was about the only physical activity I would have done. And I wasn't active in any sports. I wasn't so good at it. So yeah.
So what made you decide to I mean, basically, it sounds like you dragged your whole family into this with you, and it's great that you had that support from them. But what clicked in your mind that said, you know what, I can be better, I want to be better, I will be better?
It was just one of those mornings. I just woke up and I was like, I guess I got tired of the names, you know. Aaron, don't sit there, you might break that bench, or just the teasing. So I got tired of it, and yeah, one morning I just woke up and I just went on Lao Lao, you know, that pathway at Lao Lao. Yeah, I just woke up, went running there before school, and I think I fell asleep in first period, but it was worth it from there. Yeah, kept it up.
Was there ever a time where you felt like, man, you didn't see the results right away? I think that happens a lot. We have grand aspirations, and then things don't happen as quickly as we'd like them to. How'd you handle that?
So the thing was, I never saw my results coming to me for the first couple 5 to 6 months.
Wow.
I guess because, you know, you look at yourself in the morning every day in the mirror when you go and brush your teeth, so you're just used to seeing yourself all the time. So it wasn't until the changes were drastic that I was able to see it. I mean, people would tell me, hey, you're losing weight, but I would look at myself and say, oh, no, I don't see it. So it takes time. And the first few months, it's hard to see visual changes, but it just takes time.
So I think one of the takeaways from that would be you just got to stick with it.
Yes, yeah.
Until, I mean, you're not 5 or 6 months. That's a long time
and
to keep doing something and not feeling.
I didn't break away. I didn't break away at all. Once I started, I just kept going from there.
Now, Tyce, Aaron, and later on Ferleen, they're personal trainers. And I imagine under Gold's Gym, you need to, I mean, there's certain qualities that a personal trainer needs to have in order to motivate other people, because it kind of sounds like you are motivating other people. What are you looking for, and what is your expectation of people who are guiding other people to make positive life changes?
At Gold's Gym, I'm really, really fortunate. We have an exceptional team, I think, of certified personal trainers. They're extremely passionate about what they do. They're very knowledgeable, and they're great with people. I think what it comes down to too. And
do you have any drill sergeant types that make you want to quit and barf, or barf and quit, whichever comes first?
I think they're really, if their client needs that, so to speak, that, you know, I think they're good at kind of putting that hat on. But I think for the most part they're very compassionate and really there to support and help guide them in the best direction for them, and in helping reach their goals.
That's a nice word, compassionate. You normally don't think of that when you're at the gym, but I mean, a lot of people who are less disciplined and maybe just trying out, they need that understanding. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Aaron, what do you do with the difficult? No, I don't want to say difficult clients, but clients who need that little extra something to get them going. How do you? Let's talk to the listener today who maybe wants to make a fitness change, or maybe some other unhealthy habit in their life. What's your approach, or what advice would you give them?
Well, I always started off as trying to be their best friend, you know. And when they have a best friend that helps them and tells them to do what they don't know what to do, then I guess that's where I come in. And I always start off, you know, trying to get to know them first. That's basically how we do it all the time. You get to know the client, and then from there you work towards the goal, safely, not slowly, but surely, but safely. And I guess that would always be my approach, to just be the friendliest guy and the meanest guy when I need to be. I'll welcome the session with a smile, but when they start giving up, that's when I start shouting.
I guess it's really important in any case is to have somebody who believes in you, and that's kind of what you guys are there for. You're the professional best friends
Yeah, right.
who say, I believe you can do it. And the nice thing is you have that professional eye where you can actually probably gauge what a person is actually capable of depending on their fitness level, and not push them to their limit but not beyond.
Yes.
Which is very helpful. Aaron, I want to thank you so much for your time today, but I want to ask you before you go and Ferleen joins us, if you have any words of inspiration or thoughts for our listeners as they approach the new year.
The new year coming up and the holidays just about over, just make healthier food choices. If you see the rice, cut it down, stay away from the deep fried foods, and be happy at the same time.
And get your support system like Aaron on your team, and you're off to a good start. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We've been talking with Aaron Tomokane, personal trainer at Gold's Gym, and we'll be back also with Tyce Mister, the general manager, and also Ferleen Esmundo after this break.
Did you know that you can donate up to $5,000 to the Humanities Council through the CNMI Education Tax Credit Program? Donations from individuals and corporations qualify and can be used to offset your local wage and salary tax, BGRT, and earnings tax. Call our office at 235-4785 to see how you can support humanities programs in our community and obtain a tax credit for your donation. Sizuus Maasi, Olomai, and thank you.
Welcome back to your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry, and again, joining us this half of the show are Tyce Mister, the general manager of Gold's Gym Saipan, and also a personal trainer, Ferleen Esmundo. Ferleen, welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Tyce, one of the things we were talking about during the break is how some people find the gym intimidating, me included. It's like, I'm sure there's gym protocols, which I know nothing about, how, maybe I knew how to use a few pieces of equipment, but you guys are actually very helpful. Is there any reason for somebody to feel intimidated by the gym?
I like to think that we're not only helpful, but we're pretty friendly too.
Yes, I would say so.
Very, very welcoming. A lot of people are in the same situation where it's their first time into the gym. And so, everybody's really there for the same reason, just to be more healthy. And once I think somebody comes into the door, they realize that, it shouldn't be so intimidating, and it's actually a pretty friendly place.
Yeah, and kind of like Aaron was mentioning in the first half of the show, they kind of, my experience was definitely friendly, and then they give you that extra, the personal trainers give you that extra encouragement to do more than you think you're capable of doing, which is very rewarding in the end.
Right.
Not to the point of overdoing it, but to the point where you're like, wow, I didn't know I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really a great experience, the gym.
Yes. And I think one thing too is, people come in and they're not sure what to do. We do have, with the gym membership, the classes are included. So there's an instructor that is there to help support, kind of what to do. Things from, Zumba to, we have an excellent class called Functional Fitness. Aaron actually
that was great, yeah.
hosts one of those. Yoga, Pilates.
That was great.
Just really, really fun classes, and so that can be helpful. Also, too, with memberships that are 1 month and longer, we include a free assessment. So, and that assessment is with one of our personal trainers, and so they'll hear about what their goals are, and they'll maybe Ferleen can talk a little bit more what happens in an assessment.
Sure, Ferleen, share with us how you became a personal trainer.
Okay, so my friend asked me to be the maid of honor to her wedding back in 2011. And she was like, Ferleen, let's go and get fit. Let's get ready for the wedding. And
Or you're not in my wedding party. Okay.
And I was like, okay, let's do it together. So we both joined the gym. And we joined in October 2011. Her wedding was in March 2012. And after her wedding, I was like, okay, I bought this membership. I'm going to continue my membership. And then summer of 2012, I saw a job opening, a part-time job opening, and so I applied. And then I went to work out. And then on my way out from the gym, Natalie, our assistant manager now, she's like, Ferleen, can we do an interview with you? They interviewed me the next day, and then the rest is history. I started off as front desk, and then I transitioned to group classes, and then I was encouraged by the management team to pursue personal training, and I did. And then now I'm a personal trainer, and that was my journey.
What is it you like about this job?
I like this job because I get to work with people, and I love working with people. I don't typically like the office, just sitting in a chair, staring at a computer. I'm a social person, so I like to work with people in general, and it's really, really fun.
And your fitness obviously spills over into every aspect of your life. In fact, we used to be on the same soccer team.
Yes,
And I have to tell our listeners that you were probably one of the shortest people on the team, but also one of the fastest, one of the fiercest. And if Ferleen had the ball, you could count on the fact that she was going to do something with it. Do you think that had anything to do with your training physically and maybe mentally?
Yes, growing up, I've always been a hard worker, but hard worker meaning I was always disciplined when it comes to doing my schoolwork. I was always a good student, and I actually never saw myself as an athletic person, and I just started the gym, and then my boyfriend encouraged me to join the soccer team, and I just realized how much fun sports are, because it's a good way. It's a fun way to get exercise in without actually knowing you're exercising. And I feel like I work hard too when it comes to the gym, on my own and also with my clients. So yes, I think I'm a pretty tough trainer, but in a good way. It's the same as in my teaching, because I'm also a teacher. I expect a lot from my students, and I also expect a lot from my clients. I do this big speech with my clients where don't tell me you cannot or can't do it. You haven't even tried it yet. Just let me know that you're going to try it, and then if you try it and you can't do it, then we'll move on. But most of the time when my clients say I'll try, and they do it, they're so surprised. Oh, I didn't know I could lift that heavy, or I didn't know I could do that exercise. So it's all about the willingness to try for me.
Is that something philosophy maybe you also share with your students, or is there anything you take from your experience and training as a personal trainer and apply it to other areas, for example, with your students?
Yes, same thing. I always tell my students, my class is not hard. It's just I expect a lot from you, not because I think that you cannot do it, but I know you can meet or exceed my expectations. So I always try to encourage them that whatever I expect of you, it's because I know you can do it. That's my big philosophy with everything. So. Yeah.
Tyce, you mentioned some of the less, they sound like they're less strenuous, but maybe not so, classes that you offer there, like yoga, which is not only body but also mind. Why are these types of classes part of your repertoire there at Gold's Gym?
I think, it's important for your body, mind, heart, soul, kind of getting all aspects in where you can. Mind, maybe even reading about things. Soul, I think, for example, yoga is excellent for your soul, but it's also, there with body too. You're doing a lot of stretching. You can do some strengthening with it. A lot of people have a lot of stress in their lives. We are a great place to de-stress, and so I think that's really important.
Would you have any, either of you have any specific success stories, without naming names of people that you've seen really make life changes through their experience with the gym?
Yes, I had a client. She came to me because she wanted to join the Gold's Gym Challenge last year. She came to me.
What is the Gold's Gym Challenge, by the way?
Tyce will explain that.
So we have a 12-week challenge. So we'll be starting. Registration actually starts on January 2nd.
Oh, okay.
And registration will go through till January 13th, where we'll have our kickoff. So that's our weigh-in day, and then that'll go for 12 weeks. And so it's a transformation contest. So it's really, I think people that join, it really helps push them in the right direction, and there's some good camaraderie with it too.
Right, that support.
We'll run a boot camp class throughout that time, where people can come in and join that boot camp class, and just for 1 day a week, and they have their other things that they can do. So
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, Ferleen, you were
It's okay.
talking about your client.
She wasn't a client at that time. She was just taking my group fitness classes, but then she had approached me after she decided to join the challenge last year. She said, Ferleen, I'm in this challenge. I really need your help. Please help me. So then the first thing I told her is, I can help you with the physical part. You're going to need to work on the eating well part. And she's like, I could do that. I just need help knowing what to do in the gym. And she was a great client. Everything I told her to do, she would do it. She would be like, this is kind of crazy, Ferleen. And I'm like, you can do it. And then she does it. And she actually ended up winning her category. She won first place. And I thought that after the challenge, she would stop. But actually, she just kept on going. Now she's just doing her own thing. She's working out on her own. Sometimes I see her helping other members in the gym how to do an exercise. And for me, that's a success, because she's self-sufficient, and she's passing on the knowledge that I passed on to her. So that's always a success.
Well, that's a wonderful story, and we've talked a lot about successes here, but let's talk about failures. Let's talk about setbacks. One of the, I think, most challenging things that can happen with somebody is having an injury or some kind of setback, whether it's a physical setback or a financial setback or whatever it is. But let's talk about physical. It's really demoralizing. And let's talk to most of us who have had some kind of setback, and either we've given up or we're concerned that if we try to go forward, it's not gonna work. I'm sure you've seen this in your experience. How would you counsel somebody who's maybe had something that's kind of holding them back?
Well, me personally, in my training, I have many setbacks. Actually, just this week, I had all these goals to lift a certain weight, and I failed on all of them. And for me, it was more of a learning experience. Like, I was really upset. I was like, oh, I suck at this. I can't do it. But for me, that's part of the journey. You have to fail so that you can learn from it and do better the next time. If you don't fail, then for me, it's there's no motivation to do better. Because if you keep hitting all of your goals and how do I say this?
Maybe your goals aren't lofty enough?
Yeah. I just feel like in everything in life, there's always going to be failure. It's how you come back from that failure that counts for me. So, what do you think, Tyce?
I think everybody has obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Whether, and we all get busy with work or with family, and sometimes it's difficult to, you fall off the wagon, so to speak, and so you just want to get back on and get going as quick as you can, I think through the holidays and year end, it's a little bit busier. I've kind of fallen off my own routine, and so, even though I'm at the gym every day, sometimes it's difficult to get out on the floor and do my workout, but got a short one in today. Sometimes it's just, you get a short one in, and you're like, oh man, I want more. I don't have enough time now, but it motivates you, for your next few days, and keep it going that way.
Yeah, and like Aaron and I, or like Erin mentioned earlier, it starts off with inspiration. Something becomes a catalyst for you wanting to change. And then you have that motivation that makes you want to change. But, motivation comes and goes. Even as personal trainers, we also lack motivation on some days. We're like, I don't want to work out today. But eventually, when you do something repeatedly, it becomes a habit and it becomes part of your lifestyle. And when something is part of your lifestyle, no matter how busy you get, you will always make time for it. So even if you don't have time to make it to the gym, like for me, sometimes there's days where, I can't go to the gym, but I'll go outside and play volleyball. I'll go and take a walk, go hike Forbidden Island. Saipan is the perfect place to do outdoor activities where you don't have to spend money to go to the gym. Another thing you can do is you can have someone with you, whether it's a friend or a family member, because sometimes when someone's there with you, it kind of helps motivate you to continue your lifestyle change, if that makes sense.
Like a battle buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just want all the listeners to understand that motivation comes and goes, but if you establish it as part of your habit, as part of your lifestyle, the discipline is there. No matter what happens, it will always be part of your lifestyle. And that's something you need to keep in mind. It's like brushing your teeth every night. It's something that becomes a habit. It's ingrained in you. And that when you don't do it, you feel like...
It feels weird.
Yeah, it feels weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I want to thank you both for coming in, and Erin also, and giving us some motivational thoughts to get us started as the new year rolls in. Tyce, any final thoughts before we go?
Just, throughout the year, you'll have different momentous moments. New Year's coming right up, so that's a big one. If you need those momentous moments, kind of look out for them and let those push you along.
If you guys need that extra push, come to Gold's Gym and we'll help you,
I can testify to that. Thank you so much. Our guests for this half of the show have been Tyce Mr., General Manager of Gold's Gym, and Ferleen Esmundo, personal trainer. And of course, earlier with us was Erin Tomokane, also one of their personal trainers. We wish you all a happy new year and the best of success, best fitness, best health in 2018. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This has been Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry.
This program was supported by a We the People grant awarded to the Northern Marianas Humanities Council from the National Endowment for the Humanities. Any views, findings, conclusions, or recommendations expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily represent those of the National Endowment for the Humanities or the Northern Marianas Humanities Council.